There are over 27,000 active listings in the Greater Toronto area, which we've never seen before. And this article reads that the Toronto home sales are taking an absolute nosedive as nobody wants to buy. But what you don't know is that the average price actually increased over the past months. I'm in the marketplace every single day selling homes as a residential real estate agent. I'm going to share with you the April 2025 market numbers that have recently been released. If you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. And if you're a real estate agent looking for a great brokerage, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about how eXp Realty can help you build your business. And let's take a look at some of the numbers. The first being the number of sales, which is 23% less than what we saw in April 2024. Although the number of sales is higher than what we saw in March. So we've seen this across the number of sales as well as the average price. It seems like there's a little bit of an increase over the past month, but it's a decrease when you compare the year-over-year figures. But if we look at the big picture, this is still a very low number of sales, considering that usually we see between like 7,000 to 9,000 sales during the month of April. We are in like the peak market. This is the spring. Usually this is when transactions are happening. And the fact that there's so many more listings should tell us that we should be seeing more sales. So the major question is, what's stopping people from buying in today's marketplace? Share your thoughts about that in the comment section below. The Greater Toronto area also saw about 18,800 new listings come to the market, somewhat similar to what was seen in April 2024. It's a slight increase by 8.1%. April is usually the time when more listings come up. What happens is once the winter season settles down, homeowners will do whatever renovations may be necessary to get top dollar for their home, and then they put their property up for sale. And then we have more sales from April up to June. And what happens is the closings take place during the summer months so that the kids can all be ready for the new school season starting in September. Although this is the major talking point, and it's that there's over 27,000 active listings here in the Greater Toronto area, which we have never seen before. And this number of listings should be the reason why our average price shouldn't really increase, or shouldn't increase much until at least a year, because of the fact that there are so many homes that need to sell first in order for us to go back to the times when there was limited supply. Because when there's more demand and there's less supply, that's when homes are selling for more money and they're selling in less days. But now our average days on market is higher. About 20 to 30 listings are selling each month in the market, and sellers should really know the chances of their home getting sold if they are to list their property, because this is a market where not only do you have to list your property and price it competitively, but you also have to be a bit patient, because we're seeing all kinds of different behaviors on behalf of the buyers out there. Buyers will often look at properties, but they're not even sure if they can sell theirs first in order for them to make the move. So they may look at properties, they may compare them to others. And for all the first-time buyers out there, while it may be a great time for them to buy a property right now, at the same time, they are also capitalizing on a very good rental market for them. It's very comfortable for the first-time buyers to be out there on the sidelines. If they're renting right now, maybe they can rent a bit longer. If they're living with their families, they may think, what's the rush? Wait on the sidelines for now, see if the property values might come down, because most likely the interest rates should be dropping again in the future. Our average price has come down 4.1%, and a lot of buyers out there, they think the values have come down more than they actually have. So it's important for us to recognize, like, yes, there may be negative news about the market, but that's mostly because of the number of sales being as low as it is. It's not that the average price has come down that significantly. I've been selling real estate now for 12 years, and something which was very different was the 2017 and 2018 market change, because that's when the average price had actually come down. Whereas now it's a slight decrease, but of course, if we compare our current figures to 2022, we can see our average prices come down 15 to 20% depending on the location and depending on the style of property. But if we compare April to March, we can see that our average price slightly increased. And looking at the different styles of homes, we can see that detached homes have come down in value 5.6%, semi-detached homes have come down 4.5%, townhouses down 3.9%, and condo apartments down 6.9%. And that's likely due to the fact that for a considerable amount of time, what was driving the condo prices higher were investors. And now that investors are somewhat on the sidelines, they may be looking at the rental market and thinking, why buy a condo when I'm not going to be cash flow positive, I'm going to be losing, and there's no guarantee that the rental prices will increase anytime soon in the future. So it's my opinion that buying a condominium right now, especially if you're going to live in it, is a great idea, because our average prices come down. We've also got a lot more selection of condos, so you can be a bit strategic with the way you negotiate. Of course, if you need a great agent to help you out with that process, I'll be more than happy to help you out. And if you are considering selling, make sure to call me. And if you're a real estate agent, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about how eXp Realty can help you further your business. And make sure to click subscribe. Do share this information to anyone else that wants to be updated with the Greater Toronto area real estate market. And I look forward to seeing you next time.